like a child. She sounds like a little kid. Sometimes she just like does things, and I'm like, I don't know if you've ever seen like with your girl or whatever, where it's like, I can imagine you as a child.
Oh yeah.
Doing like I can see
100%. I see the child.
Like I can see you getting disciplined at this point.
Facts. It's usually the other way around, but you know.
Oh, she usually sees it in you.
Yeah.
Does she ever say like? Does she give you like the Patrick Dennis Jr.?
I haven't got the whole name yet. I've just gotten the look. I'm like, ooh, okay, I know. I gotta settle down.
Wow, so you're that good of a youth that you haven't even heard the 8 syllables to your name?
Not yet, but we early in the marriage. It's all good. We'll come.
At least in the dating game, you would have got it.
Man them. It's not with a hype thing. A war.
Walk on, go.
The world general.
And I know I forgot.
It's all good.
As soon as I said
I was about to do it, but it's all good. We here, man. What's good, yo? What's good? We got a full house in the building, man. I love this.
Yeah, and of course it's me.
Chop like Shak. You waste you.
Shout out to everybody. I wish I could see everybody, but it's kind of crazy because like when it's dark and the lights are over here, I actually can't see nothing. So I feel like I'm really on a show.
I just see shadows.
It's lit.
Shadow figures.
Shout out to everybody here. It's lit because it's not. It's lit because
it's not.
Roll call, yeah, word. I don't give a fuck. I'm playing our intro song. I forgot about the intro song. Yeah, anybody want to step to the mic? Get it off. I got this drill beat. Little bitch. Club V is V? Club V. Yeah, you were with me one night where you ever went to a club and like somebody's gonna freestyle in your ear and you gotta tolerate it?
That happened to you, eh?
But guess no. What happened? Was it just us to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just freestyling in
each other's ear. Okay.
Nothing else was important enough or interesting enough, so we decided to get so drunk that we would just sit.
Hey, why not?
And freestyle.
That's one hell of a night. Who won? Who won the battle?
I don't know. I feel like I stole somebody's bars that night, to be quite honest.
The little kid won.
The little one.
What was the short kid's name?
There was somebody else?
The brother.
Oh no, it was just no. Literally, we freestyled each other. It was just us.
He won that night.
Yeah, it's stupid. How was your week, man?
Man. Yo, how was the week? Let me think back. It was decent. It wasn't like there was nothing significant. Yeah. I mean, we gonna talk about some stuff that happened because there was some wild stuff. But for me, it was good, man. I'm just glad we made it through. You know what I mean? It's one step closer towards a long weekend, and that's what I'm looking forward to, man. You know, I'm trying to get some bun and cheese this weekend.
Wait, when's the long weekend? I don't know.
2 weeks from now? Easter?
I feel like you circle them things.
I do. For me, I look forward to Easter. I look forward to the tradition, so I'm looking forward. I don't really do fried fish, but I get my bun and cheese.
You don't even do the escovitch?
I mean, I like the onions and the peppers and things. But
it all tastes delicious, equally delicious. They're all flavored.
I don't like the fish. Pause. So I just go for the bun and cheese.
That is blasphemous.
Nah, man. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna go get me some this weekend, and it's about to be a vibe.
I feel like I got turned on to bun and cheese, or put on a bun and cheese for real when I was like in my 20s.
Okay.
As a kid, I could not appreciate bun and cheese.
Fair. But as you get older.
Babe, you know what bun and cheese is? You don't know what bun and cheese is?
The crowd, they don't even know.
Wait, hold on. How many people don't know what bun and cheese is? One, 2, 3. What the fuck? 4 people don't?
Wow.
I don't know who doesn't know.
Okay, you do. Oh, you do know. Okay.
Of course she knows. Of course.
You put your hand up like, wow. I know John knows about bun and cheese. I know you've definitely had it before.
He's like, what?
Or not?
He knows exactly what's going on. He's had it.
Yeah. All right. Yo, so explain what is bun and cheese for the people that don't know that are listening.
So
right here.
Listen. During the Easter time, the Easter holiday. I mean, we have it all throughout the year, but significantly at Easter time, Jamaicans will bake what's called a spice bun, right? So you take your spices, you got your raisins, you got your different cherries, all the sort of fruits, dried fruits. You make that into a nice spiced bun. You have it with some cheese, but it's not just any
Like
cheese.
a fruit bread bun?
Kind of.
It's a shata sound. We're talking about
I know,
Jamaican
I
culture.
know.
Why not?
I was like, hold on. So yeah, you take that.
On your own island.
So listen. So
Jamaica.
Facts.
That's the island I be on.
So there's two things. There's two things we have during Easter time,
Yes.
right? So you don't really do a big cooking or whatever, right? So you have your bun and cheese is sort of your snack, right?
What's the cheese?
The cheese it's like Jamaican cheese, which is different. It's like whole milk cheese, like, and it's just
It literally it traditionally is like canned cheese. It's actually pretty shit cheese. But I actually do just regular cheddar.
I just do like regular cheddar.
Cheddar.
Like,
I'm
Do
actually
cheddar.
serious about my cheese, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
take
yeah.
this very
No, you do
personally.
cheddar.
yeah,
You do cheddar.
You do cheddar.
Don't
Don't go
do
Havarti or whatever the other ones are that I
Yeah.
can't pronounce. No, you don't need
So
all
like
that.
a fruit bread bun with cheese.
Yeah, with cheese. So that's
I mean, yeah, that sounds delicious.
so that's your little snack, right? And then you have like your escabeche fish,
Yeah.
right? You know about that one. So you have that as like in between, and those are kind of what you eat between the first, like, Good Friday and Saturday until you get to like your Easter Sunday meal. You know.
This is a traditional.
This is
Easter
a traditional-
Yeah,
Easter
because
weekend
yeah.
tradition
Easter weekend,
for
yeah.
Jamaicans. It's
Yeah,
like, we're
yeah,
gonna do this.
yeah.
We're gonna have the bun and cheese. We're gonna have
Yes,
escabeche.
yes.
And what else?
And then, so that's what you have leading up, and then you have your big Easter dinner where it's a
Where you
big
can have
cooking
like the
and
meats, all the
Yeah,
other meats.
all the
It's like
It's
on the-
traditional, like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like, what do you mean? What's traditional? Let me not say is it traditional, because I don't know.
So traditional Jamaican meal, you're gonna get the jerk chicken, the oxtail, the jerk pork, all of that stuff. You're gonna get all of that mixed in, rice and peas, all of that. But that's the main meal. So before you get to that, you have to have some nourishment
Snackies.
before, some snacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I look forward to. I love this
The
time of year.
snackies.
Yeah.
Heavy cheese sandwich. That's unreal.
You fucking
It's
right.
not an appetizer.
I googled it. It looks like an uncooked grilled cheese.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah, because they don't melt. Okay, I feel like people don't traditionally melt the cheese.
No.
I always melt the cheese on my bun and cheese. It's got to be melted.
What?
A warm bun and cheese with a coffee.
What?
You have not lived yet, my good brother.
Okay, I might try that this year.
You
I
have
might try
not
that
lived
this year.
yet. No, that shit is fire.
Yeah. I don't even know how we got there, but that's what I'm looking forward to. That didn't even happen this week, but that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. Yo, hi.
Seckle.
Listen, we're still talking about the cheese and the spice bread. We're still talking about
All
that.
right.
We're trying to get convinced over here that it's delicious because we googled a picture and we're not sure about it.
Listen.
Those of us that have had it, but those of us that have had it they're very passionate.
Okay, listen. I'm
They're
gonna
like,
bring
no,
you
you
guys
don't
some.
understand,
I'm
you
gonna bring
don't
you guys some.
Yeah,
That will be my
I wanna
gift to
try
y'all.
it.
That'll be my gift to y'all. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you've been just gearing up for
So
that.
I've been gearing up for that. We did a little more house shopping, if you will. We had our first married couple trip to IKEA, and we survived. We didn't
No
kill
beef?
each other. No beef. We definitely had some exchanges where it's like, oh, that's your style. Oh, that's what you want. But we made it through. We survived. So it's gonna be an interesting experience trying to decorate this place of ours. But that's kind of where we're at, man. It's like,
So who's deciding? Like, who do you think is gonna defer more to the other? Is it gonna be you or is it gonna be Ash?
I'm gonna just let her handle.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I probably would completely defer. Be like, yeah, you make it, whatever.
Yeah. I just want my little.
I'm sure it'll look nice.
I just want my corner. I just want my little space and just.
What's your little space look like?
I want like. So I'm not gonna have a man cave. So like, there's a den. I want to have the den as my space where
What are you gonna put in there?
I got my armchair. I got my TV's gonna be in there. I'm gonna have like a little setup for if we ever record virtually or whatever the setup is. I'm gonna have that situated. I'm gonna have my visuals, my plaques, my paintings, my art.
It's just your accolades and representation that you exist.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah,
it's she can do the rest. It's all good. I feel like that's how it goes, right?
I mean,
So I've been told.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
find
know.
out. We'll find
We're
out.
finding out live as we pod.
Exactly, man. But how's your week, man? I know you had some interesting stuff happen to you.
The week's been cool, interesting, and interesting stuff has been happening to me. You're right. We, Coco and I decided to go for her first ever Raptors game.
Hey.
And we've been to, she's been to Lakers games before and Clippers games, I'm sure, right? But I've been to both with her. But she's never come to Toronto and watched a game here.
Right.
So we went to the game on Saturday against Indiana, which was interesting, dope. But so the lead up was the fun part because I'm like, okay, we're gonna be downtown Saturday night. That means I am down to use this game as like the pre-party.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be here for like 3 hours, and then we're gonna end up going out later. This is gonna be a good vibe. I already had hit the boys up from like afternoon. I'm like, I'm downtown. I'm going to the Raptors game. What's popping tonight?
Popping afterwards?
I'm ready. So we get downtown for the Raptors game. We're there slightly on time. Like we missed like the tip off a little bit. So whatever. We sit down in our seats. We're like, these seats are great. And I'm like, where like if the Raptors were shooting on our net, and I'm in those seats where like if they're shooting free throws, I'm like right behind the basket. Thing. So I can look like diagonally across to the other side of the stadium, and I can see that half of the seats have been cleared out. And I'm like, I feel like they're gonna do something special, but I don't know what. I know I work for this company, but they might not have told me this.
But something special.
Something special is happening.
Right.
And then Coco's like, but I don't know. There's like a fireman walking up and down. So I'm like, okay, that's odd. Seems like a little evacuation type vibe.
Right.
But I feel like we would have heard about it. The game was still going on for like a good quarter and a bit.
Damn.
So Coco goes to the washroom. I'm noticing that they're evacuating more people out of that side.
Mind you, it's very smoky.
Yes, and I thought that
it's very smoky, and he's like, "Oh, the fireworks they do in the beginning."
That's what I thought it was,
and it was still lingering.
It was like the second quarter, and it was still doing that.
Go to the bathroom, come back.
Somebody had told me that they saw on Twitter that a speaker caught on fire.
Okay,
so it's like, okay, this is making sense. There's a timeout that lingered way too long, and so I was at that point accepting that this game was over. Coco sat down. I'm like, we're probably done. Damn. Mind you, she had already won a T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? We already had beers. Like we already seen the Raptors go up by like 20.
Yeah. They were on fire.
The whole thing had already happened. So yeah, then they announced it. We took our time to leave the arena because there's way too many people. Mad people were lingering, trying to imagine that they would. But to me, I'm like, there's no way. People, they're not telling you to leave the arena and then come back. It's
madness.
over.
That's madness.
So luckily, a couple of the homies, including the homie Jordan, who's here today, was down the street having some beers. So we went and checked them, and that was the end of our night and rest of our night. But that was Coco's first Raptors game.
It was lit, okay?
It was lit, and
the Raptors won. Yeah. I won a shirt. Everybody was a winner. We hung out with everyone until the wee hours in the morning. It was fun. Huh?
We saw them win. We saw them win at the bar. At the bar, we saw them win. Yeah.
Yeah, they won by what, 20?
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, that was a good Saturday night, and then I feel like Sunday was wholesome and kicking it over here.
True.
This week was whatever, low key-ish.
Yeah.
But that was an interesting way to start it, and luckily and thankfully, we're gonna get those tickets again, or other tickets, to go watch them play next week. So
proper. No, that's wicked. Well, you were doing that that was a Saturday.
That was Saturday.
So the Saturday, take us to a place here.
Okay.
So my girl and I decided, we're like, yo, you know what? Saturday night, we're kicking at the crib. Let's watch a movie. We're like, you know what? We haven't actually watched King Richard. We're like, yo, everyone's been talking about this, whatever. So we decided to make Saturday night the night where we watch King Richard. And I'm gonna say, yo, that movie's good, man. Like, that movie's really good. As someone who grew up kind of a fan of Serena and Venus, like, and seeing the backstory now, I'm like, yeah, they deserve all their flowers and more, and like what their parents did, not just their dad, but what the mom did and the sacrifices they made. For real, shout out to them.
Were their parents together? I'm just out of curiosity.
At that point, they were.
Yeah.
I think they're separated now. But so we watched that Saturday night. We're like, yo, if we're gonna watch the Oscars, or not watch the Oscars, but if we're gonna, support Will in this, let's watch King Richard. So that's how we spent the night.
So Sunday was the big night that everybody talked about all week till this day, right now.
Yeah.
So you guys were watching that in preparation of, and then you guys watched the Oscars from beginning to end?
No, hell no. I'm not watching.
Did you watch it at all?
Watch pieces. We saw bits and pieces of it. And then by the time...
Live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But when that stuff happened...
Okay, mind you... Yeah, that happened, and I only cut you off because I'm like, okay, I want to be one of those people that's not going to throw other opinions out there just
For sure.
just for opinions.
Yeah,
Everybody's got all
everyone's
their
got
takes,
their
whatever.
takes. Yeah.
I want the jokes and the conspiracy theories
Oh, that's what you want.
and the
Okay.
truth
Okay.
and your experience.
What's the truth?
I don't know. But I want if we can uncover some
We
truth
can uncover
here
the
live on the
truth.
podcast.
All right.
Let's do that. So give me your experience of it.
So like by the time it happened, I was asleep. Well, I was in bed, and she goes on Twitter and like we're following to see who's winning, whatever, right? She's like, "Yo, we want Will to win." She's like, "I'm seeing something about like Will Smith slapped Chris Rock." I'm like, wait, what? So I didn't catch it until the next morning. I woke up and it's literally everywhere. And I'm looking, I was like, this is a joke. This is not real. Like, this is staged. They're trying to get viewers, they're trying to get viewership or whatever. So I thought it was staged. Like, is it not staged? That's what I thought at first.
Malik told me.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching it, but Malik came down and told me. And I was like, that sounds like a skit, but I didn't even think anything of it. I just continued with my night, and I was like, okay. An hour later, I'm like, let me just like look on Twitter, because Twitter is where truth is. Nobody wants to say it, but like that's
the truth.
That's where the truth is.
It is. All truth is on Twitter.
Yeah, word. So I saw it. How long did it take? Did you saw it that night or
that morning?
Oh, you saw it in the morning.
Yeah.
So I saw it that night, and like I watched that shit like the Zapruder Film. The Zapruder Film is when JFK gets murdered or assassinated.
I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. This guy's like, no, I was like, I shouldn't laugh, but like, listen, there's conspiracies with that too. So hey.
So I watched it like mad times because, like, before I saw the pre-context, and like the post-cussing, I just saw the slap, and I was like, what the fuck? Was that a joke?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Yo, it seemed like a freaking WWE slap. Back in the day they used to get in the ring, it's like a Shawn Michaels.
Well, let's analyze this like the Zapruder Film. Why not? Let's get to it right now.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Let's go back again. I want to see it again and like break it down a little.
But you need the Australian angle.
The Australian? What's the Australian angle?
He knows.
What's the Australian angle?
No, the Japanese.
The Japanese one?
Oh, I heard this. I heard that
They
there's.
explain what's happening in Japanese as it's happening.
Yo, that's
Anyway, let's get the English version. That's just unfortunately what we're stuck with. So here we go. So this is after Chris Rock had made a G.I. Joe, whatever. I don't need to explain it.
Everyone knows.
So
already.
he's like, oh shit, he's coming. Laughing.
Yeah.
Laughing. So I'm slowing it down and breaking it down just so that we can sell this once and for all for those conspiracy theorists and those that think that this might have been fake, those that think that this is real, whatever. Let's figure this out.
Right.
Homie's laughing with his hands behind his back. Will Smith is walking so calmly, so cool, smile on his face.
That's the thing.
Unbuttoning his jacket. I have no idea. I don't know what to expect from Will if I'm watching this live.
He's not scared.
Will's not scared, and neither is Chris Rock.
No.
He's confident.
Who's scared of Chris Rock?
And who's scared of Will Smith?
I mean,
let's just also be real.
Did you see his Ali hair?
Sorry. This is a trained boxer that
Right?
has been proven on camera to slap the fuck out of somebody if they disrespect him. We've seen it numerous times. So if you're not scared of Will Smith when he's coming at you, when you feel like you may have touched on a joke, you need to pay more attention. You should have been a little bit scared. Just because he's funny and corny sometimes does not make him less likely to slap the shit out of you.
But at this point, Will Smith had only laughed. He had not said anything yet. He had just laughed.
Right.
We saw Jada's face.
Yep.
She did not think it was funny, but here we go.
Yep.
Here's the next face.
Yo,
that sound is crazy. Boom.
Yeah, right.
We need to talk about Will's form because we saw that he had one arm here.
Yeah.
Like he took this shit in self-defense class and he had his attack arm. You know?
He was ready.
It was crazy. I saw people slow this down and say, slowed down, blown up in 8K. Apparently, here, I'm just feeding shit to the conspiracy theorists.
Let's talk about it.
You can see that Chris Rock was wearing a pad on his cheek.
Oh, what?
That's what a conspiracy theorist said, and I saw it.
Can we zoom in? Can we zoom in?
I
Can
saw
we see
it.
that?
It looked like a. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
Okay, but here's my thing, right? What is there to gain
From getting your ass slapped.
Getting your ass slapped. Like what? Like
is he going on tour?
Okay, no. Not Chris Rock, But like, why would Will sign up for that? Like, what?
Get it in on backhand.
Can I share my
Just because you wouldn't do it doesn't mean that people won't do it.
Yeah.
This goes on all the time, and sometimes you don't know why until a long time afterwards when it's proven why.
All right.
That's how strategy goes.
I'm gonna share my team fake slap theory with y'all.
Oh, you have notes?
No. I'm full on QAnon in this bitch. I'm doing the QAnon hat on fully. Okay, look, I'll break it down to two separate pieces as to why I think this slap is fake as hell.
Okay.
All right. Piece number one, the slap itself.
Yeah.
Like, who slaps like that with the arm to the chest and the baby? Like, it looks like he's Scientologist.
It's ridiculous.
He sets his feet. Chris Rock has his hands behind his back, leans in, and if you were to slap someone in the face, you would at least pretend they might hit you back. You'd at least check to see if this guy's gonna do something before you go running back down to your seat.
What if you know somebody is a punk? You're not gonna check. You're like, I'm gonna slap you. You know what? When you know somebody's a punk and they say something disrespectful, the thing that hood niggas do, slap you in your mouth like you're a bitch.
But then are you down to see if you're gonna do something next?
But they know who's a bitch.
But they know he's not gonna. Yeah, he knows.
But in that case, you still be like, are you gonna do something?
No. If you know somebody's not gonna do something, why would you think, are you gonna do something?
And bro, if you walk with that energy, you don't care if he's gonna do something bad. You ready? You ready for the smoke? Come on now.
Nah, I think you at least check for it.
Come on.
I think you at least check for the slap back. You're like, I just did an out of pocket thing. I'm gonna see if you're gonna come out of pocket with me.
No.
I feel like this is also a different reaction because, like, this is not the streets. This is not dudes that are like living in our reality of real life.
He knew when he walked
You know
up
what I
there,
mean?
he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, he wasn't gonna do shit.
Exactly.
He just made everyone very relevant in that whole sphere. The Oscars, Will Smith, and Chris Rock.
And that's point number two.
Get it in on the
Everyone
backhand.
wins. Everyone wins.
Get it in on the backhand.
Will Smith has been cucked online for about 2-3 years now. Makes him look a little
Did you
bit
say
more
Will
G.
Smith has been cucked online?
Cucked online for about 2-3 years now.
He's saying August Alsina cuckolded him.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. I wasn't gonna get into details, but the entanglement really had him. And he was like, I gotta steal back some masculinity. Chris Rock looks like a professional in this case. He's like, look, I gotta slap the shit out of me, and I'm gonna step back up and still do my job. I'm gonna do my thing.
After he got slapped, it gave me, I didn't think I was gonna get slapped.
Yeah, no, that was
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That was a stutter. But he's an actor.
Listen, no.
He's not. He's a comedian that also acts.
Yeah.
Will Smith is an actor.
Also fair point.
Yeah.
But lastly, the Oscar wins
all right.
because a week later, for the first time ever, we still talking about the Oscars. I might watch the Oscars. No, I'm not gonna watch the Oscars next year. But
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about
Let me put it to you like this. As someone who, like, y'all know me, I don't really cuss. When I saw Will cuss like that, I was like, shit, this is me. If I got pissed, I'm doing that shit. Like, I'm gonna black out and not know what I did. I'm gonna slap the hell out of somebody and I'm gonna cuss them off. And that's where I was like, that's not fake.
So let's get to the cussing.
It was a completely emotional reaction.
That was an emotional reaction.
And, you know, I fuck Nicki Minaj, whatever, but, like, what she said, that makes sense to me because when we talked about it, I had to look back up and say, who said that? Because it made sense. It was her. And she was like, you don't know that this woman has been crying in his arms every goddamn night and every morning?
Right.
This is her husband.
Right.
So whatever turmoil she's going on with this newfound medical issue that everyone is privy to in the fucking world because she has been posting about it and been having like mental breakdowns on camera, talking about it, trying to, you know, make it seem more normal for women that are also suffering from this condition.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yep.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
This is her husband. What level of no is he in?
Right, exactly.
So for me, it was a completely emotional reaction where he was like, yo, and he looked over and saw her face and saw remnants of what he sees every night and every morning while she's been dealing with this, and that man snapped.
So here we go.
And slap the shit out of that man.
Let's go to the rest of it where he goes and he walks away.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, sounded like a shock. Okay, let's look.
That sounded like a sting in his cheek. That's what it sounded like to me.
Look at Will Smith's face though. He's smiling.
Wow.
He didn't palm him.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Palm to the jaw.
So
he says that it
looks fake.
yeah, it looks fake until he sits down and he says
down
that.
and you see that.
And I also see Lupita behind him.
Her eyes. Though.
Sorry, but she just doesn't know what's going on, and I can feel. Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Wow, dude is such a wild reaction. And look at Lupita. She's like, oh
She's like,
fuck.
oh, for real?
She's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Lupita looks like.
Lupita has every black person watching this be like, oh my god, what you about to do?
You know those the boxing ref with the eyes that that's what Lupita's looking like right now.
I have a very controversial question for everybody that's in here tonight, or mainly our main guests.
Sure.
If there would be anybody that you would not want to fight in the entertainment industry, and before anybody speaks, I would like to say my guy. Oh, let me back up from the mic. I would like to say my guy. Or even two. You know, how would we go with two people that you do not want to fight?
In the entertainment industry?
In the entertainment industry as a whole. Because at the end of the day, we're looking at people who could box you in your mouth and what you're doing afterwards. I would have to say my two are Denzel Washington, which was just said, because he's a very serious man. And my second person, I stand behind this, Chris Brown. And it's not his history. It's not his history. That man can do a standing backflip and look you dead in your eyes as if he didn't jump into a backflip. There's core strength you want no problems with. I want nothing to do with anything after that. But I feel like there's a lot of people in this industry that you want no smoke with.
I also feel like the Denzel choice is a good one because I feel like there's a lot of disappointment. Right? That goes along with if Denzel slapped me in the face, it's
like your father
in front of people, I would be like, "What? I was wilding."
If Denzel slapped me, it feels like everyone else was going to follow suit.
Yeah,
the whole crew's coming.
Bro, what did you do? Slap you too.
The whole crew is coming. Yeah. No.
Do you have somebody ready in mind for that?
No, I was not prepared for that. But I hear you on the Chris Brown thing because that energy. Again, I'm just gonna take this as someone who's a Taurus and. No. When Taurus snap, you don't want to be like all you see is red. You don't want that energy because that nigga's gonna just go buck wild and you're not ready for it.
It is the bull.
Yeah, it's legit. So get out the way. Yeah, and the standing backflip, 100%. I'm not messing with the dude who can do that. Yeah. So I hear you.
So Will Smith slapping on your face is one thing.
Yeah.
But another entertainer is completely different.
Yeah. Also, like a slap's more disrespectful than a punch. Like the slap is just whole.
No, a punch means it's not over.
That is a slap. That's what I'm saying. The choice to slap rather than punch.
A slap though is the beginning and the end of it.
That's it.
It's an open, closed case.
He walked out his chair, up steps, and across a 12-foot stage, and fixed his jacket.
Yeah,
You don't think he thought, am I gonna punch him and knock him the fuck out, or am I gonna slap him like he's a bitch? He thought about that, and he was like, I'm gonna slap this man.
If he punched him, that would have been wild. But it wouldn't have been the end.
No.
Which is why it's like it's not.
It's done.
I don't have anybody ready. Gucci.
Jason Statham.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
No, that's a good one.
I don't want to fight Remy Ma, and I don't want to fight.
Shit.
I never want to.
That's a good one.
I never want to fight Remy Ma.
Like
God knows I would be like, no beef, like on everything. Like I fucking love you. Like can we just be friends? Like I don't get it. I listen. Look, I went.
Are you dumb?
I would sing all of her lyrics, and I would just sing all of her songs. And I'm like, listen, I'm a fan. And I think also Ronda Rousey. I know she's like technically a fighter, but also she's entertainment. And I don't want no smoke with that bitch at all.
She crazy.
Like I don't want any smoke.
Nah.
From a female standpoint, I'm just saying those two right there to me are the scariest women.
As a woman,
around
free
this bitch.
Brittany Griner, but Brittany Griner would probably be up there. She's like 6'8" and ready.
But does she fight?
I always think Brittany Griner is the one girl with the big booty that had a baby with the basketball player.
No, that's Brittany Renner.
Okay, so I always confuse the two.
Brittany Griner and Brittany Renner are
Always.
two different people.
That's why I was like, I feel like I could take her. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, damn.
No, Brittany
I was like, I
Griner
got
is
her.
Mandem.
For sure.
Didn't Griner get arrested recently?
Yeah, she's in Russia.
Oh my God.
Free Britney, yeah.
Oh, man, another hashtag Free Britney. Damn.
Wow, I didn't even
That's
take that
crazy.
in. That's
Okay,
nuts.
before we jump out, can
Yes.
I have to get this off my chest.
Yes,
Because
please.
it was one thing that pissed me off, man.
What was
that
it?
Conversation regarding this whole situation that pissed me off, where the conversation online, and I was seeing this in different talk shows as well, saying how Will Smith set black people back.
Yeah.
Let's cut that narrative right now, man. Let's get that. Like, we got to stop with that. Like that pissed me off so much. Like,
Tell the people
gotta
more
stop the
why
trend,
that pissed
man.
you off.
Like, yo, one man's actions don't reflect a whole crew of people, a whole ethnicity of people, a whole race of people. Like, and who gives a damn what other people think? Like, I don't care. Like, if you are dependent, if your whole blackness is based off of what white people think of you, then, and what Will Smith does,
And what Will Smith does.
then I'm sorry, you're a fragile person, and you need to check yourself. So that whole conversation was pissing me off that I was seeing online. So
Can I ask a question?
that.
Do you not think that? Okay, let me make it specific to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Shaq says a joke that he doesn't know is triggering for Ashley for whatever reason.
Okay.
Because that's what I think is adjacent to the situation. I don't think Chris Rock knew. I think it wasn't due diligence. So if you're gonna make jokes about relevant things, then you need to like do your relevant research. What's going on right now, right? So that's fine. But I don't think he knew. So Shaq doesn't know. It's essentially the same thing. You guys are partners in this world, and they have been doing this for years and years and years together, as two of the only, right? Doesn't know, makes a joke about Ashley. You feel away. Are you gonna slap the shit out of him on camera, or are you gonna have a conversation with him behind closed doors?
Yeah,
And is it
we're gonna have the
different?
conversation.
Is it different if he's a white guy you don't know, or someone that's not black that you don't know? Is there a different regard held to your community of people because of the way the world is? Not because it's fair, because that's just how the fuck it is. Is there a different regard held that you like, maybe this conversation can be had differently as opposed to it with someone else? Or are you slapping motherfuckers regardless?
You slapping Ricky Gervais?
No.
Absolutely not. You're not slapping Ricky Gervais. You'll be in jail.
You fucking right.
You'll be in jail.
Yeah, but you know where I'm coming from too is like I said, going back to this whole how we started this conversation, watching that King Richard film and realizing how much pressure and we talked about this many times on this pod, how much pressure and how much of a like perfect lifestyle we as black people almost have to live in society.
Yeah.
Right? And that shit's not fair on its own.
Like,
right?
we're not
Just-
allowed to have a
we're
moment
not
where
allowed
like
to have
emotions overcame us.
Exactly. Because going back to the movie again, Venus, Serena, they were seen as carrying the whole weight for a whole race of people on their back, and all they wanted to do was play tennis, right? And so for me, it was just like watching that, understanding that, and then seeing this happen again, and hearing the conversation that people are making, like, oh well, there you go. This is what black people do. It's like, come on, you're gonna put one man's actions and say that reflects the entire race of people?
I also don't even think like his actions were anything like insane or crazy. Like, yeah, I don't think it was the right decision.
No.
It was definitely the wrong decision.
100%.
But based on like what you were saying, if we're gonna consider what might have been conversations and moments where that Will and Jada both had behind closed doors, where they're dealing with something very serious that is, we're talking about a woman's hair, a black woman's hair, on top of that, which is like that's not like Shaq's bald, whatever. Move on. That's not that. This is different.
Why are you laughing so hard, man?
Because he laughs very hard because you can laugh at that.
No, for sure.
You can laugh at that. It's different from if I'm a black woman saying, well, I lost my hair. The reaction is very different.
For sure.
And especially if we're talking about a medical scenario. So I get it. I get Will's reaction. I understand it. It was also the wrong one.
100%.
it's not the wrong one because he was a black dude. It's not the wrong one because of what it does for black people. It's just the wrong.
It's the wrong choice.
It's
wrong
just the wrong
decision.
choice in that time, and it was definitely an emotional one, which I think we can all understand.
100%.
And I think if he could do it over again, and I think almost instantly, like probably within half an hour, probably, he probably would have done something different if he could have done it again. He probably would have just done what he does, and everybody in this type of world does, which is smile, nod, and move on.
I mean, what he did at first.
And deal with it is behind closed doors. Yeah. His first couple smiles.
Yeah, he laughed.
But I don't know. It looked like, because it wasn't like, to me, we're all dealing with just camera angles.
Pull up clips.
I just have the clip over there, and it doesn't really give the camera angle of the moment.
Six Buzz just put out a new one. I know I hate.
You'd have to send it to me. I can't dig and shuffle right now, but I just don't think that it was like, let me turn and look and see what she thinks about it.
Right.
It was more so, to
You're
what
like-
your
you're
point.
like,
It was like, hold on.
Oh, wait a sec.
it takes you off.
Yeah.
It takes you off.
I think it was like a smile and laugh, and as soon as the smile happened, he started plotting and trying
It
to
was a
figure out what the
register.
fuck
It was
do
a
I gotta do.
register.
Because
And he
I'm
was at
seeing
his
red
left,
right
he's
now.
like-
I see red right now.
As soon as it happened, his face was uncomfortable smile. Her face was dropped right away.
Yeah,
Death
nothing.
face. I want nothing to do with this.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't feel like he put it, like that narrative doesn't make no sense to me.
And that's what pissed me off.
I think he was a man that made the wrong decision
And that's
regardless
it.
of whatever.
But I think the whole point, the whole reason that you're pissed off with this narrative is the whole point that other people are making about why he should not have, is because this is what everyone else is gonna say.
Right.
Look at these fucking black people up here acting the fool.
Exactly. Like,
And I get it. Like,
Which is unfair. It's unfair, and nobody's saying it's unfair. I'm just saying, like,
I know.
that is the whole reason
I know.
that
I know.
motherfuckers are like, God damn, I wish he didn't get up there and
I know.
slap the fuck out of Chris Rock. You know?
Yeah.
Unless you're Sam Jackson.
Sam Jackson looked like he
He
was
looked like he was
finally
That's
somebody
what I
that
gotta
nigga.
He looked. He's like, oh my god.
You know, Chris
Yeah.
Rock might have been like, thank you.
Yeah, right? Yo, checks are going up though. You see the ticket prices for his shows? Damn.
Yeah, I mean, he started going on shows or whatever.
Yeah.
He's doing his
I
thing. Will Smith apologized.
1 hour ago, Will Smith resigned from the Academy. He said he's like no longer part of the Academy that awards people with Oscars. He's no longer
So is
he's
he no longer allowed to
lost his-
receive awards?
No, he's lost his vote.
He
He's
can't
lost
vote
his
for that.
Whatever.
He got his.
That's like a good, noble
That's not
PR
whatever.
thing,
That's
but it's not
whatever.
gonna do shit.
That's not whatever, because
No?
the Academy doesn't have a lot of diversity. So it's not whatever.
Fair. I know.
I understand
Whoopi's on
that.
there.
I understand what that means.
No, but it's not whatever is what I'm saying. Like, it's not, it's a very fucking big deal that one of the few minorities that's also between a certain age group, because everyone's fucking older.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of the Oscars are fucking one note, because it's one demographic voting every fucking year. So it's a big deal that he's now being removed from his vote. Like, he doesn't have a vote.
Or did he get removed? He resigned.
No, I don't know, because there was also a lot.
They had a conversation.
So there was
and they
also a
offered him
lot.
an opportunity
There was
to
a lot
resign
of
or be
talk.
removed.
There was a lot of talk about
removed that night.
if he was going to be able to keep his award.
You saw somebody on stage.
There was talk about how they were going to potentially take it away from him because he did what he did. The Academy apparently had told him to leave, and he apparently stayed. That's something else that I've kind of heard through the
But then I
grapevine.
heard that wasn't true.
But then there we go. There's also that.
So
but
who knows?
I just, I don't know. It's. I feel like he's just trying. You're trying to do the right thing. He's trying to do the right thing. But I'm not sure what this means long term.
I wish he would have slapped him behind stage. Like, whatever, just slap him backstage.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
I feel like that's the easiest way, or the smartest way to go about it.
I just
because
don't know another
it-
way that it could work out, because I'm looking at Harvey walking around. This not
That's
now,
all- that's
but
exactly what I
years
was
ago,
gonna
I'm
say,
watching
yeah.
him walking around in the mix of, like, people are suing him that are up for
there.
awards
And
and
he's
are
there.
at the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
And these are people that he has assaulted,
Yeah.
sexually taken, like I'm talking about, like, really taking things from their soul.
Yeah.
And this man is winning awards in front of their fucking face as they're suing him for these things.
Yeah.
But this man should be stripped of his award for Best Actor, and the family should be stripped of this acclaim because he slapped the shit out of somebody on stage. That's why you do it behind stage like everybody else.
You right?
Take it to the parking lot.
That's it.
Yeah.
Take him to Philly.
Really?
Take him to the playground where you started.
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
So yeah, that happened. That like was a huge headline that overshined like a lot of
So
like
many
other big ones. Like I couldn't believe that like people were coming out like Amy Schumer and Jim Carrey, like how outraged and what they would have done and all this shit. It was just wild. Like Amy Schumer basically said that she is still triggered and traumatized from the Oscars incident.
Shut the fuck up.
And that she's still in shock. She's stunned. She's
She's
sad.
ass,
And
bitch.
she is waiting for this sickening feeling to go away.
Gut triggers.
Shut the fuck up. Your fucking stomach triggers a lot of people too.
Damn.
So shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Jordan said that. I repeated it. I'm just saying.
I didn't say nothing, and I just said the headline.
Someone makes a mistake and now you're triggered. Shut the
But I'll
fuck
say the
up.
other side of it,
Bitch.
as a stand-up comedian,
She was hosting it.
the idea of someone walking up on stage and hitting you for a joke you made is a triggering idea.
So are we saying that Amy Schumer's triggered because she got boxed on stage one time, and now she's like, oh fuck, Will Smith be doing it, so it can happen from anybody if Will Smith is the one.
Let's be real though. A lot of comedians.
Because triggered means that something has happened to you that is.
That's what I'm saying.
That is causing you to revert back to this moment, and you feel like, oh my god, you've never been slapped on stage, girl.
I think you'd be surprised how many comedians actually get rushed
And
on
get
stage.
assaulted. I know. I've
Someone
heard.
takes something personally.
I've heard.
It happens very, very often.
I probably would be.
Me and him
Yeah,
have seen it.
where-
With our best friend Mark.
Yeah. Mark's dealt with some stuff, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
We do a lot
But
of
I
shit
just
I've
don't
never
think
seen.
that this.
Maybe I'm ignorant to that.
Yeah, you know, and that's why I opened this up by trying to say, like, I don't want to come here and flood this shit with another opinion. Like, who gives a fuck, regardless if she relates to this or not?
Word.
I don't really want to hear what Amy Schumer has to say about
She's irrelevant in the whole thing.
Why don't you just go about your day?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't you just go about your day
The
and
one
talk
that-
about something else?
The one that like really pissed me off was Jim Carrey. I was like,
Jim
what?
Carrey said some wild shit.
He
He,
said, like, come
he said
on.
that he would have sued or something
Yeah, he
crazy.
would have sued him for like $200 million.
But then
and,
we
like,
also
he would've
saw
done,
some clips from old award shows where like the girl who was Batgirl in the 90s Batman. Alicia Silverstone.
yeah.
She went up to go and accept an award that Jim Carrey was
And he
presenting,
kissed her.
and he tried to make. He basically made out with her.
But he's done that to multiple women. He is sexually
That
assaulted
is nasty,
them on
Jim.
stage, and they have and people
That
laugh.
is nasty,
no, but
Jim.
people are laughing at these women while they're like, no, and they think it's a joke. It's not a joke. He's assaulting them in real time, and people are laughing. So I don't want to hear what this man has to say about Will Smith slapping another man.
This is
You
a bad
assaulted
time to
women
say that
from
this
the
guy's
world.
from Scarborough.
Are you kidding me?
Yo, don't. Why you? You're a villain, man. You're a super villain, bro.
I mean, he's not from Scarborough.
He's not from my Scarborough, right? He's not from Scarborough, I know.
That's stupid.
Shit, he's from Malvern.
You can't slap someone.
No, you can't slap
I love
somebody.
that. You can't slap
I think
someone.
that's
That's it.
That's
You
the
can't
truth.
slap someone.
That's the truth on that one.
You can't.
You
Doesn't
can't.
matter.
You can't slap somebody.
No, if you're in,
You can slap somebody. And
So-
you know what? Some people deserve to be slapped. You just need to be smart about it. You need to choose
So
your
people-
slaps
I love it.
and don't get caught about your
so
slap.
you'd be doing it in an
Period.
alley with no cameras.
You goddamn right. If you said something to me, I would slap
Yeah.
you.
So there, keeping with the slap
Yeah. We'll
topic,
keep it
because that was something that like echoed throughout all of red carpets that I like, questions that people had,
For sure.
whether it was with the guy who's playing Will Smith in the new Bel Air show, or Lakeith Stanfield, or a bunch of other people. I have something to lighten up this whole situation.
Please.
Wiz? No, it's actually a homeboy from Euphoria. I've never seen somebody so high in an interview on ET in my life. And like, have you seen this?
No.
Do you know who Fez is?
No.
Okay,
I haven't watched Euphoria.
It's funny because you're gonna watch this and you're gonna be like, classic Fez. You're gonna be like, classic Fez. I've never seen somebody so in his element, but also I haven't seen a reporter who should be very on it. Like you should, like you work on ET.
Yeah.
You should know how to maneuver in interviews.
For sure. You think?
She did not.
All right.
She had a piece of paper and she read out all of her questions.
Worst.
Here we go.
What do you tell the fans who had such incredibly emotional, strong reactions to the finale?
I'll tell them, That's what's up, you know what I'm saying?
What was your reaction when you first read the script?
I mean, what part of the script?
At that point, you gotta know how to pivot.
You gotta pivot.
We're 21 seconds in, and I've already had my conversation to you and everybody that's heard the podcast where I talked about the Lil Durk interview that lasted 45 seconds. We're 20 seconds in. She should know what's up.
She gotta be ready.
Like, this should be a thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your show. Yeah. But she keeps going.
The final episode.
Oh yeah, I was kind of tripping. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's wild.
Or is that even better though? Is that better content for her if she just keeps them going?
Do you think that's what she's doing? She's fishing to go viral at this point? She's
look at it.
Do you think she's looking at him and being like, this guy is fucked up?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this going.
Yeah.
Where do you hope the show goes from here?
I hope it keeps going up.
All been emotional for you?
Yeah.
How? Tell me.
No, thank you.
Hold on.
I respect that so much.
And he also is basically saying, yo, can you wrap this up respectfully? I don't want to
be here. I don't want to
talk.
This message.
You look awesome. Go have fun tonight. Anybody you're excited to see?
Everybody. I'm excited to see everybody. I love everybody. Feel me? So.
And what's next for you?
Really?
I don't know. Take some pictures and whatnot.
What's that? Like,
what is next?
What's happening in the next 2 seconds?
But what lame interviewer? Like, this journalist is whack. This journalist is whack. She's not asking any questions.
This reminds me of like my first interviews.
100%.
Where you're
were
just like,
interns?
I have my.
These are my 5 questions. I have to ask these questions. I don't know anything else to ask.
So you dropped a new album. How do you feel about it?
And then you always end up. So what's next in your career? Like, come on. Is she rookie? Is she junior?
You're not putting me on a red carpet. I'm asking these bozo questions.
What? I can't ask that?
I literally said that to Shaki. I was like, is she a rookie?
Yeah. Is this like her first?
She's like an intern. She must be an intern.
Like a junior reporter?
But she's doing it bad.
But she's not doing
very
it bad.
bad.
Like, she's not experienced. She's not experienced.
Questions off a list of questions.
I also respect him for not playing into the hype, and he's just being him on the red carpet. He's not playing the game, and he's not like faking it. He's just him.
Yeah.
He apparently he's not like a thespian, if you can't tell. But he was just kind of discovered as somebody that could fit the role of this character on the show. So I also feel like that also plays into this whole thing. But I think as somebody who's like you're interviewing somebody, she asks him a question and he literally just says, no, I don't want to tell you more.
Yeah,
and
that's where you cut it.
Like, all been emotional for you?
Yeah.
Look at the
How?
body
Tell me.
No, thank you.
And that's where you cut it. That's where
That's
you
where
do it.
it's
You know
done.
what? Thank you for your time.
No,
Have a good night.
thank you. He's looking away. He looks fucked up, and he's polite.
He's polite.
And he's polite on top of
So he's looking for a publicist?
He's looking for his publicist.
Yeah, grab this girl.
That's it. He's
Where's
like,
my handler?
I'm high. You're boring. And that's the bigger issue now.
Damn.
Yeah.
That shit was funny, man.
That's
I don't know. I had to transition from something like.
Yo, that reminds me of
hilarious.
I always say his name wrong.
Who? Lakeith Stanfield?
Lakeith Stanfield. That feels like an interview you would get.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm still trying to like get a feel of that dude because I'm not sure if he's like weird or weird for weird's sake.
I feel like he was, and then people caught on, and now he's like, you know what? I'm just keep this going.
He's
This
playing
is now
super
me.
weird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how genuine it is.
He's playing weird.
I feel like it.
Yeah.
I had this random tweet that is so relatable.
All right.
And I wonder if you relate to it as well because I have some stories that come out of this one.
Okay, let's go.
So the tweet says, my 8-year-old daughter met a girl in summer camp last year named Internet. She said, I said, no way, that can't be her name, but my daughter has been adamant. For almost a year, we've been having this discussion. Antoinette. I just found out her name is Antoinette, not Internet.
Yeah, you would call your Internet? You were calling her Internet.
So,
Internet's a better name.
Internet is a really funny name and better.
Internet.
Do you have a situation like that? Because I will have one that Malik is actually
Part of?
Well, it's his story basically. So Malik used to come home from school, and this is when he was in like junior kindergarten or something, senior kindergarten.
What?
And there was this dude that was like bugging you. He was like, I don't know if he was bullying you, but he would like bug you or some shit. And he would be like Devil. His name is Devil.
Devil.
That was his name.
Okay.
Devil bothered me, or Devil did it, or whatever. We're like, what the? There's no kid named Devil.
Right.
So do my parents not go to parent teacher night?
Yeah.
Find out the kid's name is Devin.
Still a menace.
Devin was a menace.
Devin.
Kadeem had a friend who's always getting into trouble.
Yeah.
And he said that his name was Troublemaking. I'm like, I have no troublemaking. You can't make that up. I don't know. That has to be his name. I have no idea why it could be trouble. What's close to troublemaking?
Right.
He's an indigenous kid, and his name is Wobblemagan.
Yo, you can't do that, man. You can't do that, bro. I'm not taking part of this.
Wobblemaking was troublemaking.
I'm not taking part of this, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You ever had one of those? Not a wobblemaking or a troublemaker, but I'm talking about the whole name scenario.
The whole name?
Yeah.
No, I knew a Precious. I knew who else?
Shout out to True.
But those are real names. Shout out to True. Yeah.
You're right. That's a real.
But those are real names. I'm talking about the ones where like, where I don't know. You don't have younger siblings. You're the younger one.
I am the younger one. Yeah.
So you don't have the one, because to me these are both scenarios where I was like, oh shit.
I knew some legendary friends back in the day.
Tell me about it.
There were two guys, they're friends back in the day, named Prince and Elvis.
Yeah, true.
Okay, that's
They were
okay.
best friends. Really?
Yeah, Prince and Elvis.
That sounds like a movie. I love it.
Yeah, they're both from Nigeria or Ghana.
Always. Prince and Elvis. I love it. That's wild.
Yeah, no.
I actually saw Elvis when I was at Humber. We were playing basketball. I was like, yo.
Wait, you saw Elvis?
I saw Elvis, like the guy Elvis. I saw him. I'm like, yo, Elvis, you don't remember me? He didn't remember me from back in the day. I'm like, yo, where's Prince? But he remembered that. He said Prince went back to Africa, unfortunately. But they said Prince.
As princes do.
He got his check and he's got back.
They're like, I've ascended and now I must go.
Prince got his check and he went back. Man, I thought when you said tweet, I thought you were gonna tell me about the story about the guy who got his girl taken.
Oh shit! Whoa! You talking about the groom who got his girl taken?
There we go. Tell me that one, because this story is wild.
So there's a best man of this wedding who had a speech where he confessed his love to the bride, and his girl left.
She's like, bet.
Well,
Wait,
I don't want to talk.
Wait. The best man said to the bride, "Yo, I'm feeling you," and she was like, "Word."
Yes.
She's like, say less.
Yes, nigga. Yes. That's exactly what happened.
I found the exact quote.
Jungle Justice.
What quote? Hold on. What's the quote?
The best man said, I remember the first moment I saw Desiree. I loved her. I fell in love with her. I knew she had to be mine. I thought she was the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life. He said, she's the best person I've ever met. I've never met anyone like her. Then I found out she already had a boyfriend, and I thought I needed to find out a way to get to her. But
it's an evil world we live in.
But then I met the ex-husband, and we became friends.
Oh.
He said the
ex-husband? The ex-husband?
It's an evil world we live in.
Wait, that was at the wedding.
That's at the wedding?
Yes, that was his speech.
Well, because they probably
wedding.
already got married at the church.
No, but either way, he's got the balls to say.
No, the ex-husband was in brackets. So he just said, I met the husband,
Because that means
and we became friends.
she was married to him, and he fell in love with her, and then, or she, and then she divorced, and then they had got together, and then now they married, and now they talking about it. I thought that's a speech. Hey, yo, what's crazy?
So here's words from the former bride's mouth, because we have a lot of questions, and let's see if she comes up with them answers.
Okay.
Beach comes around, Brian's drunk, and it goes along the lines of, I loved you since the moment I saw you. There's No One Like You. That night, the last dance, he actually said to me, Brian said to me during our last dance, if I'm the best man, then why didn't you ever give me a chance?
Wow.
I would have always taken care of you.
Wow.
I was like, what? No.
What?
Interesting.
Drunk, obviously. Lonely. I was with my ex for less than a year, and a lot of red flags popped up. He got divorced, or I was getting divorced, and going through the process was really rough on me. I was really depressed. I was not in a good way mentally, and I mean, like, we were going through the process.
She's toxic as fuck because she's shushing the fuck out of her dog right now. If you can't hear that crying.
That's the dog or not the baby?
That's the baby.
That's a baby. Anyways.
My ex was dating other people. This man, and Bryant was just really there for me. Well, one day we kissed. More than friends, and then friends became dating, and then dating became married, and then married became 10 years with 4 boys.
Whoa.
And we still like each other a lot, so that's cool.
Ew.
I mean, I guess it's 10 years of marriage and they got their kids. I guess it worked
So you're
out.
trying to say like the tenure is the argument to the justification of this nasty betrayal that should be punishable by death almost?
but it worked in her favor? Like, it worked in her, like, it worked out.
Not from, I don't know, man.
It's a deep 3.
That's
a deep 3. That is a deep 3.
At the buzzer.
It was, I mean, it was actually after regulation, and the referee said it counted. It was after regulation, the referee said it counts. That's exactly what happened.
They checked the tape.
That's bullshit.
They checked the tape. They're like, help.
They went back with the headphones.
Yeah. They had to check in with New York.
This is her being called so many names for 10 plus years, and her feeling finally like she could be like, well, now I can finally say the true story, and you guys can all feel so dumb about
Yeah, she was waiting for like
my
that
love
decade
story
mark.
that was real.
Yeah.
So
10 years, 4
that's
kids.
what that is.
What?
Now she
Damn.
feels like she can say something because it's been 10 years. Girl,
Validated.
you still trash for that.
Validated.
Yeah, she is trash.
Damn.
That is so
Damn.
trash.
That's your fault, baby, but you still trash for that.
So what? Is there
Hold on,
justification because of the tenure?
No, I want to know. Did that best man get slapped? Like, what's the treat? Like, what
The
happened
best
to that
man
best
probably
man?
didn't get slapped.
Yeah, we know that she was married
I thought there was some cultural significance.
So yeah, I don't know. Does the tenure justify the horrible betrayal?
I'm torn, man.
Does the 10 years
I'm torn because I feel
and the
like
4 boys justify this shit?
I'm not saying justifies, but like it worked out for her. Like she's still wrong, but like it worked. So
She went with whoever was gonna take care of her. That's what.
that's it.
Yeah.
What if I fuck you up in a fight really bad, you almost die, but 10 years later you're fine?
No, but
Does
that's
that
not
just
the same- that's
no,
not the
but I'm
same
just
thing.
saying no because at the time something happened that's really fucked up, and after 10 years you might forget it, might forgive it. You might get a good job after. Your life might be better. My point is like whatever happened in the moment is pretty fucked up. Whatever happens in 10 years, you could life goes on.
I think the argument is that
Like, life goes
the act of this betrayal.
Yeah. Where did they meet?
Well, that's it, right? Like, where do they
Probably
meet?
at like All Stars one night when he brought her out. Probably.
It was for the picking, and he picked first, and
Yeah, but if you married the best, if just because you married the best
Give us some
man
wisdom.
in the future doesn't mean that in the current that you're horrible.
Yeah, but
This isn't Dr.
no matter how many years has passed
Right.
since you made a bad decision, certain decisions speak on your character.
Yeah.
And so I don't care if it was 10 years ago. You have a capacity to do certain things. Certain people
But you
don't have a
can
capacity to do certain things.
But you can change. And like, what if that was
No,
her?
no, no. I think no. Yeah, you can get better. You could get worse.
No,
But your core is gonna be your core, and if you cross a boundary that you're like, I do this. You do that all the time, and that's just it. It's easier if you do it once, you do it twice. It's easier to do it the third time, the fourth time, all the other times. I'm just saying, if you can do it, it's a part of your character now. Like it's a part of, like that's a part of your capacity.
If this is what we know about her,
I can do this.
If this is
I
what we
can
know
do
about
this.
her,
I crossed this line.
Yeah.
But like, yo, she's got 4 boys. Like, are we saying like, what if this
4
was the
boys
path that
is
she was supposed to get to?
I know a lot of
to the
trash
4
people
boys?
with boys.
No, I know, but
and 4 kids. So that means nothing to me.
Yeah, that's actually true.
People got mad kids and be trash.
you know, dude, Patrick.
That means nothing.
She got 13 kids.
She went when she was fruitful.
What I'm saying is, what if that was the path? Like that was her destiny to have those children, and this was the path for her to get to that point.
Doesn't make her not trash.
Her destiny was to be a
I'm not
dusty
saying it's not trash or not, but I'm saying is it worth it? Maybe for her it is because that's what she got out of this. I'm not saying if it's trash or not. That's not my argument.
That do trash shit always think it's worth it.
But my argument wasn't that it's trash or not. My argument was like, you asked if it was worth it, and for her, I'm gonna say this was worth it. But that was the question he asked me.
Oh, if it's worth it, yeah.
No, but he asked me if it was worth it. I was like,
yeah. Is it worth it if you're that person? If you're that person, do you say 10 years later that was the right decision? I have 4 boys and I'm married.
If you didn't care 10 years ago, you probably care less now.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. 10 years ago was the hardest decision she had to make. Now she really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She didn't give a fuck then. She don't care now. Let's be honest.
Villains always believe they're correct.
Absolutely. So do heroes.
You either become a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become one of them.
But did you not see the way she was speaking? She genuinely thinks she's right. She thinks it's fine. She's like, like we're all dickheads for looking at her like, what you did was a bit fucked up. Villains.
Okay, let's transition to another couple.
Let's go.
I don't know the name of this guy.
I forget his name, to be honest.
So, football player dude who has a podcast. Anybody?
It's I Am an Athlete Path podcast.
Come on. I have people that watch football.
Channing Crowder.
Channing Crowder, thank you, is having a conversation with Taylor Rooks about his queen and his sex life that is strange.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it'll be good.
Taylor Rooks and his sex life? Okay.
No, Taylor Rooks is not talking about her sex life, so calm down, guys. We're talking about this guy. Channing Crowder and his weird sex life. Here we go.
Cat person?
Play on back your porch.
He's a whole different type of cat.
I have a dog, but me and my wife play. We play sex games where I'm a cat.
Oh.
Sorry, what?
Peaked entrance. So far.
Run that back. Run that back.
I have a dog, but me and my wife play. We play sex games where I'm a cat. I said it like you still.
It's her laugh. Look.
And his face says, I don't give a fuck, to each his own. This is mine.
But if he's a cat, what is she?
Well, let him find out. No, there's way more. I just paused it. Here we go.
Right to a list, but I'm a cat with my wife, and then I be on the back porch. And
Wait, I'm sorry, I don't get. So what's your wife?
She's the old woman that loves cats and brings them.
Oh!
Oh!
Somebody called her old. So what does she do?
I love that, like, Jordan's asking all these questions and they're getting answered live. Here we go. Here comes more. Here's more.
Oh, and so so you're a stray.
I'm a stray. And she brings him in the house, and then I drop.
I'm a stray.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
So what's like the core? Like, what about that is sexy to you?
That's a very honest question.
That's a real
She was
question.
also shitting on him a little bit.
No, I don't think so.
This is not sexy. This is weird.
She laughed at first and she was like, you know what, let me be fair. Okay.
But look at her face. Look at her face, though.
She's intrigued.
She's like, tell me more.
She's ready.
Okay. All right. Let's hear what he has to say.
She likes cats.
Also, look at her baby girls.
Yeah, they're laid.
The edges are laid.
All right, here we go.
Like, what makes it a?
Because I'm the inferior, and then she's the superior.
So
Superior.
Now that's throwing shade. Man.
Superior. Sound it out.
You know you have the word for that can't read.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's funny about that is that he could like this.
He realizes what just came out of his mouth.
Oh man.
What's funny is that they could do anything where this dynamic works, but they chose cat and spinster.
Yeah, right.
They could have been. It could have been anything.
It could have been anything. Legit.
You know, it could have been.
They could.
No, Jordan. Let's see where it goes.
And then when I'm on the back porch, she'll bring me in the house, and I'll.
So you actually want the back porch.
Sorry, what?
When I'm on the back porch, she bring me in the house and I'm like this. That's what he said.
No, I want here you go.
How big is this?
Oh,
He's like a fucking NFL linebacker.
He's big, yeah.
He's like 6'4", 300, something like that.
Not 300, but he was like, yeah.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, I'm imagining this big kitten on the back porch.
Okay, so go back to the big kitten.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
She'll bring me in the house, and I'll.
So you actually want the back porch.
Yeah. Oh,
Do you like get on all fours?
Taylor, we're nasty.
You all know this about
Yeah,
his.
they all know. Yeah.
That's hilarious. That all of his words like, yeah,
we know. Yeah,
this is how they get down.
Dresses up.
100%.
There's
Fuck.
like there's not even a doubt.
You think you got like a Tony the Tiger mascot at home?
Tony No, not cats. Not cats.
Oh, like the Cats the musical?
He brings us to a musical.
Yeah,
He got the Idris Elba. He got the Idris Elba casket.
That's cats, honey. By the way,
Guy walks in,
It's big.
That's a big dude. That's a big cat.
250 pounds.
That's a big
Jesus
cat.
Christ.
That's a big cat.
He still has more. He still has more to
It's giving
say.
Tiger. It's giving Tiger.
He's got more to say, guys.
just picture this guy going.
And he did it for us.
After it, we're nasty. So
Oh,
I'm on the
wow.
back porch, and I lay down, and she'll come, and she'll get me in the house, and then I'll.
And when are you out of cat?
If you didn't see it, he was
I need you
licking.
guys to reenact Shaquille and
He had his paws up, and he's like, and I'll be like,
yeah. Like what?
anyways, as he said.
Once I start dropping dick.
So hold on.
What?
Hold on, here you go.
And when are you out of cat character?
Once I start dropping dick.
That's a fair answer.
No, not his idea.
Dick to make a litter.
Oh,
Dropping dick to make a litter.
Hey.
If our episode title could be "Dropping Dick to Make a Litter,"
I know that would be.
That's it.
Yeah.
could you do "Dropping D with the Stars"? I don't know.
We could do that. We could do that.
Thank you.
We could do that. We could do that.
I probably had like one too many follow-ups.
Yeah, you asked one too many follow-ups. She kept asking, and he kept giving her shit.
They need this girl to be interviewing Fez on the red carpet. This girl was like,
Yeah,
I'm
facts.
Say some weird shit. Let's go.
That is how you conduct an interview.
That is
correctly.
Yeah.
He kept giving her shit. Exactly.
Shak, that's a real relationship right there.
Yeah.
Like they don't give a fuck.
That's
true. They're so
That is
happy.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That is
You know
beautiful.
what? Look at this man's face.
He's so happy. He's so happy.
I'm a cat, baby.
I'm a cat and I don't give a fuck.
Me out. I don't give a fuck.
I'm allergic, but meow.
Where's the mice?
That's one secure man.
I was talking about his. Yeah, he used to drop me.
Yeah, he's like, this is the part I like.
That is funny.
That's hilarious.
We like cat burger.
Damn.
Cat in the hat.
Yo, I need to know how they got there though. How did they get to that point? Is what I want to
The
know.
cat?
The conversation. Like,
She must be a spinster. She must
actually be one.
I don't know how.
No, she
A
definitely is
spinster's
a
like
cat.
a lady that doesn't really have a man or nothing, but she takes in a lot of cats.
No, let's be
That's
clear.
what it
A
is?
That's an old
spinster.
cat lady.
that's an old cat.
It's the same thing.
Spinster.
Old cat lady. So it's an
One
older
word.
woman, that has of us whatever you think older is.
Yes, yes.
Don't be an asshole about it, but whatever you think older is.
No, that's what he described it as well.
He said old
It is
lady.
an older woman that doesn't have a mate or a partner. Maybe they're asexual. Maybe they just never found their person that is now, being the mother of a lot of kittens because they're not a mother of a lot of children.
He's a kitten, alright.
I think she just
So
got
that's
too
what
famous and
locality
too
is,
rich.
but
Yeah.
And did too much.
Oh, this.
That's the ceiling right now.
That honestly, and I feel that with a lot of rich and famous people. Like their ceiling, like they reach it because I don't know, they do some shit that you could never imagine, and then you get that shit early, and all of a sudden, you know, people be like, "Man, I just want a threesome. I want 2 bitches."
Yeah, they do.
They did that a lot. That is boring. That is boring.
They got to be cats.
Beckham got shit on.
That's why Odell Beckham likes to doo-doo on his chest.
He's like, oh,
Shit, you're right.
Shit. You didn't know about this, baby?
You didn't know about this?
Is that why he was asking me to do that stuff the other day?
Huh?
Oh, I see. Yo, where's the soundboard? That's an inside joke.
You can't do that.
Fatality.
The joke, okay. It was a joke. Damn it. It seems like it, but it's not. Okay. Because nobody's actually heard the inside joke. Like, what actually happened was when Coco had met my friend Jordan, who's sitting here with us, he had asked us how we had met. And Coco decided to take liberty at this point to have fun with this instead of what we typically have done, which is told the truth about how we met. She said that she was a stripper in LA, and when I went to LA, I fell in love with a stripper, and now I am marrying Coco, the stripper from LA. And we had all of our other friends corroborate with this story.
And can I just say there's nothing wrong with being a stripper? Shout out to all the strippers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the strippers in LA specifically, bitches. I see you. You're doing your fucking thing. I'm proud of you.
Listen.
You know, I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with it. But you know, as a former actress, I like to play a role, and I was just like, it came out of my mouth, and it was funny, and then we believed it, and so we were like,
just let it roll with it.
Let's get everyone.
It's improv. Let's go. Yeah.
It was funny. So like we kept it going until the homie Mark Anthony's wedding.
Yeah.
I told everyone.
Wait until
he told everyone.
Hold on.
He snapped.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
And it was like months.
Yeah.
It was like
6,
months.
7 months.
You guys forgot.
Yeah.
We did forget a lot.
Shit.
I told everybody that she was a stripper.
Oh
and
my
friend called her a
gosh.
stripper. And you know what the best part is? No one cared. It was like,
Good for him.
You thought you had some juice, and they're just like, all right, and you're like, what?
No, even me, I was like, as long as it's good, it's good. There's no problem.
So, I forgot what we were even talking about initially.
Non-judgmental friend group.
Right. So, we were talking about weird sex things.
Yeah.
This is getting
weird. All right.
We talked about cats.
Talked about
now
doo-doo.
we talked about doo-doo. Now we're talking about Madea.
Madea.
As in Madea.
Hello.
Yeah? Y'all want to get weirded out?
Let's get weird.
Here's the homie Tyler Perry snitching on his damn self because he's tied up to a lie detector test. And we're learning a lot about him.
Use Medea's voice in conversation?
Never. No. Sometimes. Once. On occasion. Okay, during sex.
Yo, what?
Does he give any insight into who he's sleeping with?
Right? That's what I'm like. Hey.
I just got a couple questions.
Well, there's a couple slides, so I want to see him. I want to see him truly snitch on himself before we dive in.
Like hello. Sorry.
Ew.
Sorry.
Hello.
He apologized.
He apologized. So you realize that.
Anyways, let's see.
Is that your hello face?
That was hello. That was hello. That's right. Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all of years you'd like to meet. Remix. Adele.
Do you ever accidentally use Medea's voice in conversation?
That, yeah.
Yo,
For some reason, that's weirder than the character.
That is weirder. That is weirder than the cat.
That is weirder
shit.
than the
It's a
cat.
character he's been working on for years.
For years, he's been playing Madea for like decades.
Yeah, that's a collab.
This one's just like he just busted out randomly.
Just randomly.
Yo, that's like a.
Does his partner even know? Like, are they even prepared?
Yeah.
What woman wants to hear this?
How do we know it's a woman?
That's my point.
Hey, hon, come over here.
Hello, come hither.
I don't know who at all wants to hear it.
Like Madea, like what? What is attractive about Madea in the first place? Like, what?
Tyler Perry talking.
I never thought it would be less likely that Tyler Perry would get any female draws, but like now I'm thinking it's even less likely. That's insane.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear Madea voice. Nobody wants to hear it during that.
Putting on a voice during sex that is used as comedic relief in a lot of
like why would you do
every
that?
scenario that it's ever used is weird.
Like
I can't imagine just like all Madea voice aside, like him putting on an old black woman's voice as a man having sex with anybody who's having sex with being weird. It's weird to just put on a voice. Like I do a lot of voices. Shit could get weird. And I would never do that.
Yeah, tell us about the voices. I want to hear about these voices.
I have no voices in the bedroom. My whole point
It's only
is.
Shaq's voice. It's a different voice than y'all hear though. You know, okay?
Slap your goddamn daddy. That's a Snowfall reference for y'all.
So good. So good. Oh my gosh.
But in all fairness, he said that he used it once, so it clearly didn't go well. He said he did it once.
Well, in
so
all
he,
fairness, he said 3 things and then refuted all
kept
of them.
refuted all. He kept getting worse, so we didn't hear
Yeah, so I don't know.
how much he actually might have done it. Hold on, let's go back. I want to listen to the whole thing again.
Do you ever accidentally use Medea's voice in conversation?
Never. No.
Never. No. Stop playing with me, boy.
You used it with me last night.
Miss Jackson said, I don't have all day.
Here till 3.
Once.
Period.
On occasion.
On occasion.
On occasion.
That's multiple.
Once.
Yeah,
on
that's
occasion.
multiple.
During
Okay,
sex.
during sex.
So that sounds
on occasion during
like a
sex.
thing. That's a thing he has.
He's been working on this for years.
Yeah.
He's a sexual predator.
Oh, damn.
This guy Nuts says, hallelujah.
It's like Robert Downey Jr.
Jordan said he's a sexual predator.
Robert Downey Jr. putting on the Iron Man suit is somehow less gross.
No, I feel like that would be like, yeah, that'd be lit. I would do that. If I was Robert Downey Jr., I would do that. That'd be lit.
Wait, what?
If I was Robert Downey Jr., I would do that. That'd be lit. What do you mean?
Wait, you just repeat the same thing?
Right?
Michael Keaton
come
was
on.
born to
How you gonna play a
I would
superhero
boo
not
you
with a
as Michael
superhero
Keaton
getup?
or Robert Downey Jr. walked in
Michael Keaton has worn
with
the
their
Batman
superhero
sixes
suits on,
in
and we were trying to
the
get busy
bed-
in the boudoir, I would boo them.
Because the
Like,
boots
what's
were
going on
60s.
here?
If you wore
Yeah.
the same suit,
Yeah.
would you have different lines every time?
Ooh.
I'm vengeance.
Or would it, or would it just be the same thing?
No, you gotta switch it up. You
Okay,
can't have the
I'm
same
feeling
line.
That's what I mean.
I was like, oh yeah, I like that.
Playing the same movie every time.
She looks up at you and you do that new move and she's like, who are you? And you just like, you look at her and you're like, vengeance. I'm vengeance.
Not on the new move, because then we gonna think it's somebody else. Not who the fuck is Vengeance and what's her address? Because that's
Ridiculous.
a new move.
Ridiculous. It only works if you play a superhero. That's
True.
it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Certain superheroes.
Yeah, you can't do it if you're Aquaman.
You still can't.
Because it's weird.
You still can't say the same thing every time.
Why not?
Like, if you're Batman?
You still can't say the same thing every
The
time.
same reason you can't do the same thing every time.
That's
It's
like-
boring. It's not as
No,
cool.
if you're Batman, you start by saying I'm vengeance, then you circle back and you say, where's the trigger?
Where is she? Wow.
Y'all got that one right.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Swear to me. This your pussy. Swear to me. Oh, how about this? How about this one? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Is that what?
Okay.
Don't call it a pencil. There's gotta be another line. There's gotta be another quote.
Number two.
said that. If you said that.
Yeah,
Still
20 years
funny,
I say.
depending on what
20 years
you
I
are.
say.
Yeah, the man.
That's funny, man.
Okay, so we've established that this could be fun.
So what did we
establish
learn?
our festivities later. We'll see what happens with the rest.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I don't have much other than that. I have one thing. There's
man.
one thing. So you want to? This is your topic.
Yeah, let's go.
Introduce it.
Which one?
I don't know. This one. This Jeopardy shit.
Yeah. Okay, so this blew my mind. You guys ever think about this? How like we think the people in Jeopardy are like so smart. You know, you watch it and you're like, yo, these guys know everything. Like, how much do they study for this? How much do they know?
Yeah.
I think we're lied to, man. And watching this video made me realize they're not that smart.
Let's see if.
We were just watching Jeopardy, and I was thinking, why do we think these people are smart? It's trivial knowledge. They're just remembering useless information like you and I remember useless information. Knowing the members of the executive branch is just as useful as knowing the members of NSYNC. Neither will help you in life at all. But society labels one form of knowledge as valuable and the other form worthless. Why are these people considered smart for remembering a pharaoh's mom's name, but I'm not smart for remembering Kramer's mom's name? Aren't we both just recalling nonsense? Oh, you know the definition of a barrier reef? Well, do you know the name of Zach's duck that got oil spilt all over her? You remember Lamar Odom's mistress. Oh, you're an airhead and a gossiper. But you remember King Henry's mistress. You're a history buff. What the fuck are you gonna do with any of this information? It's all meaningless. It's completely subjective. I know guys who can barely read, but can tell you every stat of every football player for the last 20 years. Isn't that the exact same thing? They're just retaining useless information. Why is remembering the British Army's defensive lineman more respected? It's all garbage. And Zach Duck's name was Becky, by the way. We were just watching.
Right? I feel like Malik would agree with me.
Well, I agree. I just do people. Well, I don't know. I feel like as I got older, so when I was a kid, I thought that everybody on Jeopardy was a genius. Right. But then I got older, and then it just became like, I just started kind of figuring that they just knew random shit.
Yeah.
People just knew random shit in different areas. So I don't know. I'm not sure if people still think that people on Jeopardy are geniuses, or if that was just like my kind of take as I got older.
I know people who go to trivia nights at bars who I'm like, damn,
useless
information.
information.
Useless information, but you know it.
That's no true measure of intelligence, I think. I think being smart is the willingness to acquire new knowledge, and always having that willingness and openness to acquire new knowledge. Like, having the knowledge isn't what makes you smart. If I decide today I'm smart and I stop trying to be smart for the rest of my life, then I'm an idiot. So if I'm always willing to acquire new knowledge, so like, yeah, Jeopardy is like, okay, yes, I got this book down.
Yeah.
If you're not doing anything past that, then it means nothing. That's the way I see intelligence, but that's how I see it.
Facts.
I don't know.
But there's a whole game show for that information.
There's a difference between book smarts and intelligence too.
True. Exactly.
So like, you know, I think what he's saying is like, this is bullshit that you're rating intelligence on these, basically an ability to remember things.
Well, I think it's also obscurity versus pop culture. He brought up Kramer and brought up, NSYNC, all these things that
obscurity is
obscurity is a pharaoh's mom's name, so that's like you got
worth $500 on Jeopardy.
Yeah,
NSYNC, $100.
$100. You right, man. You right. There's different values.
The people on Jeopardy study this shit. They don't just know this shit. Like, that says something about their mental fortitude to be able to pick what you remember. You know what I mean? The new information.
True, you guys seek it out.
To be able to decipher too between all the things you're collecting.
Oh, it's like on Jeopardy they give you the answer.
Yeah. You gotta work backwards. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although in a weird sense, can you not like agree that we're all using pop culture as references to communicate with each other?
100%. We do.
Like
it
I literally do that every single
It's how
day.
we connect to it. Like, it's one of the things they use as like a commonality tool amongst like people, especially people that like you don't typically have a reason to have a conversation with. So that's like me connecting with somebody that I work with, or aside from the shit that I do at work, I now know that we both watch Love is Blind, and now we can have a conversation where we're both talking the same language that has nothing to do with the bullshit that we deal with on a day-to-day.
Exactly. Think about when you send a GIF or GIF, however you want to pronounce it. Those are usually based on some pop cultural moment, right? Like, that's how we communicate now. People will literally only communicate in GIFs sometimes. So definitely, we do this on the daily.
Yeah.
On a quiet note, have you ever realized that Instagram people and Twitter people, we really don't talk with the Facebook people?
The Facebook people are
They're a whole entire different realm of individuals.
Comedy's weird, bro. It's weird. It's all British.
I'm dead.
Oh, so I'm about ready to wrap up this podcast, but before we wrap up, I want to end it off in a celebration. So hold on, let me get the. I want to get the drops out. Let them know where they find you.
The world general speaking.
Yes. Patrick Dennis Jr. on everything. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like, all that good stuff.
Shop like Shak. You waste you.
Know where to find me, you don't. That's too bad.
I love it.
That's amazing. I want to celebrate the fact that it's Nat's birthday. Big up. So I don't know if you have space in your liver tonight, but I'll maybe do a pod shot with me right here.
Pod shot?
Yeah, come through.
Pod shot.
Come through.
Pod shot.
We're on the island.
Yeah, come around. You got this. You have your glass?
No,
I don't even have a bottle.
Right there.
I need a bottle.
Not with the hype.
Do it on the island.
Happy birthday,
Shut up, Siri. Alright. Cheers to more life. Cheers to the new gig. New job. Yeah.
To the most high.
There you go. And you got you're getting more cake, right? Apparently. So we decided to get you some cake before you get your cake. What you mean? You
fucking right.
It's just a long little cake.
Nice cake.
Patrick's wearing a Raptors sweater.
we work for them. It's cool.
Yeah. That's company issued.
Yeah.
Can we see it?
Can you see it? I don't know. I don't want to slide off of my hand.
Yeah, slide that shit.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, get that.
Happy birthday, Nat.
There you go.
Got a quick.
Wow, that's so
I'm not gonna put 27 candles on this bitch, but
There you go.
Happy birthday.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Drop this
I'll do the drop.
3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Another one.
Fucking right. Happy birthday, dear listeners. Happy birthday to you. One more. Nigga, let's talk about it for a little bit.
There you go.
Thank you, everybody.
Take your time to make a good
Wait, should we do like a COVID blowout? How does this work?
Oh, I just did
Wuhan blow?
Yeah, you wanna give him a woo?
Let's give him a Wuhan blow. Thank you very much. Let me make my wish. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Wuhan blow.
That was fire.
My man gave me.
Thank you for spending your time listening to
I'll see y'all next week, man. I'll see y'all next week.